right, so a Palantir insider just sold over 7 million shares of the stock, which it's not that big of a sale for this insider, but still it is a decent chunk. We have to break that down in this video, and of course we're going to break down the charts, my thoughts, and what I'm looking to do with Palantir in the short term. So hit the like button, feel free to subscribe, and you might as well follow me on X and on TikTok. Those are linked down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I got this freaking Stanley my wife got me. It's like 20 pounds when it's filled with water, guys. There we go. And now let's dive right into the video. So let me make my face a bit smaller. Whoops, we don't even have Thinkorswim pulled up here. Hold on a second. There we go, guys. Man, we're all over the place starting this video off. There we go. So check it out. We have Palantir up around 2% right now, as it is around 2:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and we can see we are making a decent move off the lows from yesterday. Yesterday we hit $24.35. That was at about 2 p.m., so about 24 hours ago. We hit that point, then we rallied into close, and now today, honestly, guys, we've been rallying all day. We opened up at around 24.60, and don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of choppiness, a lot of volatility, but the overall direction has been up, right? Now that we're, breaking back over 25 bucks per share, which if I pull this 5-day, 5-minute chart up, now we can see we are getting a nice break back over the moving averages for the first time in a couple of days, and we have a golden cross as well, which is really, really good news. And mind you, the markets, the indexes right now in the U.S., they're all over the place. The S&P's at break even, the Dow's up 0.25%, but NASDAQ's down 0.5% as the Russell's up around 0.6%. So it's not like we have a crazy green day out there. And again, Palantir's up around 2% right now. So before we dive too deep into the charts, let me pull up this website. I think it's called, I forget what it's called, but either way, it's going to show us these moves that the insiders have been making, and really this one particular move that I want to show you right here. So Peter Thiel, have you guys heard of Peter Thiel? I'm sure you have. He ended up selling over 7 million shares of the stock. Let me zoom in here and show you exactly what's going on right here. So you guys can see Peter Thiel ended up selling 7,044,756 shares of Palantir at $24.79, which, let me actually pull up my calculator and do the math on that very quickly. So let's see, 7,400,000, or not 400, but 7,044,756 times 24. Let's do this, guys. Come on, let's do this. 24.79. So let's see the dollar figure there. He sold $174 million of Palantir, just to put it in perspective. And oh, wait a second, it's right here. Jeez, I'm blind. Yeah, that figure is right here. So we can see, I thought for a second that was the total value that he still owns. But either way, no, that's what he sold, not what he still owns. This $174 million figure here. Either way, that goes to show how much he actually owns. So if he sold 7 million shares, that's a 6%, decrease in his position, right? And that's $174 million. Reverse engineer that a bit. His position is close to $1 billion, or actually it might be over. Yeah, I think it's actually over $1 billion, whatever that ends up being. So, yeah, well over $1 billion actually. So that is pretty insane. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's anything too crazy or out of the ordinary. It's not like he sold half of his position or even a quarter of his position or even 10%. He sold half pretty much of 10%, which is roughly, I guess, yeah, 6%, right? So 7 million shares, 6% decrease of his, position size, right? And that's $174 million. And we've also had some other sales from other insiders here. We can see we have Heather Planishek. I really hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. I'm butchering it. I know. But Heather Planishek, she ended up selling, let's see here, 32,000 shares at $25.95 right here, you guys can see, and that is $852,000. And by the way, I forgot to mention, Peter Thiel still owns 112 million shares. So do the math on that. 112 million shares of Palantir. A little side tangent here. 112 million. So let's do that right now. 112 million times, let's say it's at $25 per share on average. He owns $2.8 billion of Palantir. I mean, this is no joke. So him selling 6% is really nothing, considering how much Palantir has run up. He's trimming a little bit. It kind of makes sense. So, okay, now that we got that ironed out with Peter Thiel, we can go to the other insiders. Again, Heather here, she sold about 5% of her position, $852,000, 32,000 shares, and obviously these are teeny tiny compared to Peter Thiel's sale, but still, they're worth mentioning here as they're very recent. Heather sold out of those shares on the 6th of March. We had Alexandra Schiff on the 1st of March, and Alexander Moore. They also had some sales. Let's see, Alexander Moore, he's a director. He sold 1% of his position, or about $500,000, and that's 20,000 shares he sold. We had Alexandra Schiff sell 5,000 shares at $24.91. That was about $124,000 that she ended up selling out. So those are some smaller moves that we can see there. Obviously, again, the main one is Peter Thiel selling over 7 million shares. So what do you guys think? Is that an alarming move to you? For me, it's not, to be honest. Considering it's only a 6% reduction. He sold 6% of his position. He still owns tens of millions of shares. It's obvious at this point he's still bullish. It's not like he's panic selling out of half of his position. So this is nothing alarming, but still worth noting, worth looking into. It's kind of interesting whenever a big move like this comes in, $174 million. It's pretty crazy. So let me show you guys these charts right here. And by the way, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. The goal for this year is 50,000 subs. I'm not sure if we'll get it, to be honest, but hey, we got to shoot for the stars, guys. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you all for tuning in. So let me show you this. Again, on the 5-day chart, Palantir is slowly seeing signs of potentially a reversal as we are moving above these moving averages. And here on the 20-day chart, we can see we're now starting to push this level right here, the mid-25 range, 25.30, 25.50. That's a big spot, which we've covered before. This is the top of that channel that we were in for about a month, right? 25.50. So with this sell-off that we saw from 27.50, we got down to about 24.30. We got back in that channel, right? In that range that we were in for a month. And now we're trying to get back out of 25.50. So that needs to break. In the short term, if Palantir can do that, then we can start seeing a major move, maybe back to 27.50. And in my opinion, towards $30 after that. Time will tell. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and if you have not gotten your free stocks yet for Moo, I'm not sure what to tell you guys. Use that link down below, or go to stocksforfest.com/Moo, or use this QR code right here. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000. And there's also other perks by using that link down below. So do that, get your stocks, and of course, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.